Everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 6, Episode 49 with me, Sid. It seems like an age since I recorded this, but of course it was. I just had to refresh my memory what we did last time. And what we did last time primarily was, well, we hoed a whole load of ground ready. So they're all ready to do my planting experiments once the weather gets a little bit more clement for things. But we built a blast furnace, and the blast furnace has got some interesting little interactions, and I'm actually going to stick these in here just because I'd rather be making coal coke at the moment. There is a reason why I'd rather be making coal coke, and that reason is it's actually more efficient in the blast furnace. You can use the blast, I've done some testing, and you can use normal charcoal to run this for certain things. It takes 4 of those, but it takes 1 of those. So yeah, it's just a complete no-brainer to me. And we'll stick a little bit more of you in, just keep you ticking. We'll take you out, pop that in there. But my plan for this episode is to try and get to pig iron specifically, and steel, without making a TerraFirmaCraft blast furnace. This is the plan. So the first thing I need to make is a Better with Mods millstone. So we are going to do that right now. I didn't really, for some reason I completely failed to notice that I'd already got those in, and then we need this to be any stone. That's got to be smooth stone then, which is the pain. How much smooth stone, if any? Oh, that's actually, damn it, 1 shy. I wonder whether I can do it with a mixed bag. Let me try that. And hop. And hop. Yes, we can. So, millstone from Better with Mods requires power. Now, there's obviously things like the windmill. There is a which requires a lot of stuff. There is a water wheel, which requires us to faff around making, not that water wheel, where are you? That water wheel, which requires us to, you know, get a water source pouring out and yada yada, which is going to be, it is doable, but it's just going to be a pain. So, and to use that, we would actually need some axles, if it helps if you spell. Yeah, which requires hemp rope, which requires hemp or string, or hemp fibers or jute fibers. So they're not the cheapest things. However, there is a poor man's version, which is this. So I need a bit of cobble, 1 of those, and 2 sticks. A couple of cobble. Let me go and get you going. Bong, bang. Another cog. And is it 2 sticks like that? And this is actually not that bad. So we'll put, yeah, this is not, I think I need to probably try and expand this, maybe move that down and expand this way and get the log storage out of the way, because we're getting more and more things that I want to put in here. I'm fairly certain one of these has got a light source underneath it. So no, we'll be merciful for a while, just you know, for a little bit. And where can I pop this down? Well, I suppose I could move to getting, because we've done this. Can I? Can I bring this lot down? Yeah, we need to do that, that's fine. So a bit of that, we'll do a little bit of this. And we can get this, you know, all nice. Well, in theory, we can get this all nice. That's going to be a bit of a pain, though. I might need to do a bit with hickory planks and chiseling. Right, so let's start off with just getting this lot sorted. Get ourselves all sorted and down, and we will be good and happy, I suppose. I suppose the other thing I could do is I could do the the little trick with the hoof and the whatsamajig over here. Let's get this done. I'll put this down. We can then at least use this area a little bit more constructively, and well, I'll be back in a second. Alright, so I've got that down, and I'll just pop the old millstone in the corner. It's blocked. Whoa, that doesn't like that then. Okay, I think it needs a bit of space around it. Well, in that case, we'll pop you there with that there. Okay. And the crank will do that. And in here we can see the recipes, and there's a whole load of recipes for making flour, which, you know, that's fine. I'm not worried about that really. We can get the redstones out of things. We can get hematite powder. We can get limonite powder. We can get malachite powder. We can get bone meal, we can get white dyes, we can get coloured dyes of all descriptions, which is actually fairly nice, to be honest. Fertiliser, sulphur, saltpeter, charcoal, salt, blaze, lapis, graphite, things we're getting no more. We get diamonds from kimberlite, gypsum, uranium boron, borax. You can actually scrape your hides in there. That's interesting to know. No idea. But importantly, we just want to check what the other ones are, what other bits, cut leather, all sorts of stuff. Just go through, make sure I'm not missing any amazing tricks. You can get your jute, you can get your glowstone, coke dust. What do you use that for? You don't. Damn it, I've gone and broke that now, haven't I? Let's try and get back to magnetite. Can't coke dust. Yep, magnetite powder, dyes, dye, more dye, lots of dye, all the dyes and dyes. With, ooh, we can get cocoa beans from scouring rush horsetail. Interesting. Not huge, and magic crystals from those. Okay, but the bit we want it for is its ability to break water jugs, for its ability to make stuff out of this. All the hematites in the world. I think there's casserites, zinc, galena, selenite, ardite, silver, tetrahedrite we've got, which we can, I believe, also... Can we not? I thought we could get... We can definitely get... Oh, malachite we can get, can't we? But we can't get tetrahedrite. Okay, that's fine. No, and there's more hematite. There we go. But copper is not actually a major issue. What is... Right, this in here will give me 7 hematite powder. And this it only gives 6, so this is why I've gone for the millstone. Now, in theory, in the crusher we could get 8, but obviously the crusher's a long way away. And the quern is 7, so we could have done it in the quern. This is not bad. You just sit here and click periodically. Now, I don't think we have anything like an auto clicker, do we? Automated crossbow, automatic lubricator. We don't have by the looks of it, an automated user, which is what I'm after now. If we ever get into Thorncraft, we could in theory use a golem to do that, I think, but that is some way off. And once that has done its thing, there is 7 hematite powder. Now we rinse and repeat, and now we've got 14. However, if we look at these in the blast furnace, 10 of those makes a wrought iron scrap. So I've now got an ingot from 2 of these. Now those would normally only be 35.70, so I need nearly 3 of those to make 1 ingot. I need to actually eat as well. Let's go with that one for now. Let's see what we get. Yeah, we'll go with one of them. I want the full bigger ones. Maybe one of them. And we definitely need to do one of them. But ultimately, we'd want to power this one, you know, with a powered solution. But right now, oops, I suppose I should also maybe do that. For now, manual is fine. But what this should mean, I think, is if I wanted If I wanted 3 ingots of this, I would need to use 9. I'd need to use 12 and I'd have a little bit left over, and I'm going to get this from 7, 14, 21, 28, just 5. So we're more than doubling our ore here. At the cost of water, really, by the looks of it. That seems to be the thing that is going down the most. So, yeah, I mean, it's not a biggie. Now, armed with this, we obviously need to have... I'll save my... Look at those all growing. Lovely, lovely. I'll save myself a little bit of effort by just doing that, but what we should be able to do then, let me just do another batch. So that's used 6, and we've got 4 ingots. And as I say, 6 would have been considerably more ingots. So that's not a bad trade-off. Now, if we head over to the blast furnace, this is where the next bit comes in, because we need the coal coke from here, and I'm just going to grab 4 of those to start off with, and we'll stick those in there, cook that up, and that will make, that will form into iron scrap. Just want to go and have a look at how my trees are growing. They seem to be doing quite well. Get out of the way, don't you grow grass. There you get. And Mr. Llama, keep off my plants. So yeah, the orchard is growing nicely. That's all good. Don't think any of these will be right at this stage. No. Oh well. So that's the first bit, is cooking these up into iron scrap. And that on its own is actually pretty good, because it's easier than making the blooms. Takes a while, but you know, time is largely an illusion. Lunchtime doubly so. But if we use this in the blast furnace and do the same again, we get pig iron scrap, and pig iron scrap we can melt in the crucible to get molten pig iron, which we can then cast into a ingot, which we can then turn into carbon steel and steel. Yeah. So I am going to continue grinding down all of this ore, and then all this iron ore, I should say. And we'll see what we end up with from it. But I'm hopeful that we may be able to get to the point of having a steel anvil today, which is going to take a little bit of effort, but not a biggie. Now, I could look at the... Do I want to? Let me just have a look how much jute fibre I've got. A lot. Do I want to have a go at getting a water wheel? It's a very difficult decision. It's not a difficult decision. So we need the water wheel. We'd also need a gearbox, which requires us to have a redstone latch, which requires us to have all of this stuff. This is... yeah, this is a bit of a pain. I think for now we will continue manually, but we are definitely going to be looking at that going forward, because I don't want to be doing it like this all the time. Yeah, I mean, I could use the horse one and lose some of the output, and that would be the other alternative, but it just seems like a bad idea to me at the moment, because we're not so wealthy that we can just completely ignore all of that. So let me process these. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, I've done all of those. These little ores I'm going to do on the grindstone. It's just too long a job to do, and I am actually burning heavily through my my food. So we will let you do your work, but we've got more than enough already to make a steel anvil. What we therefore need to do now is take 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, put 6 of those in there. We need to grab 6 of those and cook those up. I am probably going to need to make some more of the coal coke, but that's the thing. I also need to yeah, I think I've got kind of a question here, is do I just do that? I mean, I've got I've got 1 full barrel. How many barrels of this do I want to accrue? And I can, you know, continue doing this all day. This is not a problem. I can stack these up and we can get a hefty supply of these creosote barrels. Not a problem. So I suppose I need to also start thinking about a stockpile location for all of our creosote production. And yeah, there we go. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Place it in the world, it vanishes. Well, that is a nice, easy solution then. Seal that one up. You're doing your thing, you're doing your thing. So, yeah, I suppose the 2 things I need to get now are more coal. And yeah, I think we'll head over to the coal mine and go and mine up a little bit of coal while we're waiting for that. So, I think if I remember rightly, coal quarry. I put myself in like that. So again, I'm going to continue mining. I am going to do the trickery to, you know, pop these blocks out and keep the nice smooth stone blocks, because they're always useful. And I shall be back in a little while. Alright, I am back. I've missed the jump. I don't know how, but I did. You appear to have processed all of that, so you might as well take the next batch. And this should have, well, it's not processed. This is obviously a standard mechanic, so it's yeah, that still should be right, shouldn't it? Over here we've just got one. I might as well get those last few bits done and get the charcoal. I'm not going to use a great deal of it, but I have got enough to make a full stack of coal coke and a bit out of that, so not bad, and a whole load of smooth stone, which is also handy. Whoop. 10 of those to go, so I need to go and have a snooze and get rid of this rain. We also have a look. What's the temperature currently? Temperature is 5.3, average is 7.9, min, max. So I'm wondering whether I can actually plant any crops yet or not, because that's another thing we need to do. I should have a look at the seeds, because I know they have like tolerances and temperatures, so that could be useful to do. Let's just go and have a look at that lot, and because there's going to be a certain element of waiting involved here now with a lot of this. So let's have a look. Seeds. So we've got jute. Jute can go from 11 to 37. What else have I got? Lots of. Can I? Oats can do 3 to 30. This cabbage is good. We could put some cabbage in now. That would be. Wheat. Soya beans not good. Barley is actually pretty good, so we could go and put our barley seeds in. I know carrots. Interesting. Carrots are actually usually fairly hardy, so we can do beets. Oats. Garlic we can do, as long as the rainfall's right, which it should be. Sugarcane we're not right at the moment, the temperature's too low. Bell peppers, green beans, soybeans, jute we'll do later. Tomatoes, squash, rye, onion, rice and potato. I'll stick a potato in either side as well for now. Let's just go and plant up a few seeds while that's processing. So the sooner we get these things going, the better, really. Okay, and put those 3 in there. It'll not take long for them to process. Again, this is just using up the little bits of dregs, but we've used the good stuff, the rich, which is where we have the thing. So if I let me just go and grab some wood. Actually, no, we should be able to tell what we've got. Let's take our potatoes, and we'll put 1 potato, just the one, here, and we'll put 1 potato I'll stick it there. There's not enough to be statistically accurate there. So, but if we come over to the cabbage and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and if we do the same over this side with them not near the bees, and then we can do beets on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we'll do similar on this side near the bees. And And then we can take barley. We'll do on this side 23. So we'll get these down. Now, what I'm curious is if actually doing this here, if those bees have any effect on TerraFirmaCraft crop growth. My gut feeling is going to be a big fat no, but that doesn't matter. It's all about the experimentation to see if these have any effect or not. So obviously all at 0. Beets are apparently not growing at all. And garlic is not growing. Interesting. Could be the temperature. What's the temperature currently? 5.6. Brilliant, but well, we'll leave them going. We'll see what happens. Piggy, we got baby piggies. We got the baby piggies. We got the baby piggies. Hello, little baby piggies. And they are already familiarized. I can kill the adults. The baby piggies. Yes, baby piggies. They are cute as well. Still got to grow up though, so we'll leave them for now, and we'll leave the sheeps doing sheepy things. Apparently I have got mithril shears, yeah. So I did have the shears, which will allow me to shear the sheeps. So yeah, and you've got 104 in-game days to before you drop. How are the cows doing? They must be getting close. 50 days, 49 and 48. Alright, well, that's still a while. That's 10 more invasions at the very least. But let's just go and pop those in. I'll leave the horsey doing its thing. Head back over here. That lot can come out and we'll take 16 of lignite and we'll make more coal coke. In the meantime, I've got 10 and I need 14 double ingots to make an anvil. So I need to do another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off they go, and then obviously we can come and do these properly later. We've still got like a whole load of material there. How are you doing? Almost finished. So I'm just going to let this grind. I'm going to let this cook, and I shall be back in a moment. Alright, I'm just, well, we've got more coal coke processing over here. We now have 14 wrought iron scrap, and I need 14 coal coke. I'm also cooking up some bread, so they're basically passing time, and we have an invasion tonight just for good measure. So we're now going to run this through, and that will form scrap pig iron. Which of course we can then turn into steel and weld it. I think we should be able to weld it on the iron. Well, we've got to be able to weld it on the iron platform, on the iron thing. I moved the furnace out here and I put some wooden hoppers in briefly, because what I would like this to do is pretty much what it's doing here. I'm going to set up I'm going to basically extend all of this out this way. probably all the way down here. We'll extend this thing out. We'll relocate our wood stocks. That will relocate probably into the back wall over the castle wall over there, and we'll just basically make a lot more room for things like this and the anvils and, you know, all the stuff that we need to house in here basically, and including this, so we can make this bread a lot easier. That is that side of things. And obviously I need to make the actual sandwiches. I also do need to keep my eye on my water because it is very low. So we'll do that. And then we should be able to turn this stuff around into pig iron. And from pig iron we can make it into steel. From steel we can make a steel anvil, and everything will be good. There you go, 1 pig iron. So we can use that, we can melt it in here to a pig iron ingot, and we can mix that with steel and pig iron to make black steel 1-to-1. Now this we cannot do right now, because to melt this in the smeltery requires something hotter than lava, so that is not happening there. But if we look at the uses of this and come over here, we should be able to smelt both of them into the let me just have a quick peek at this. I'm just wondering how far away I am from black steel, because we've got your pig iron, and we make that into high carbon steel or that, or we weld weak steel ingots to pig iron to make black steel, and weak steel you make, yeah, I don't think we can. I don't think there's a cheat here until we get to the naphtha stuff, but let's not be greedy. Let's just aim to get to the pig iron side of things, and that will be, I think, sufficient in the first instance to be on with. But for the meantime, oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted those, and we'll again keep this going, and then we'll deal with the invasion that's going to be with us imminently, and then we can see about making some actual steel. But there's quite a few jobs starting to build up around the place. I still want to build a horse breeding / stable facility up on the top of the hills. Oops, hello. I'll just pop you down for now. I don't really need to worry about that too much. Yeah, I want to obviously continue the walls through here. We need to get the paths in. We need to get this area up here is going to be for a horse breeding, to put that in, and also familiarise that horse, and maybe get another horse, maybe make baby horses while we're at it. There's all of this stuff over here to do. We've got a fair amount to keep us busy, and now we've got to expand that facility, and of course expanding that facility means that we can then start thinking about that again. Now, what time is it? While we're waiting for those to cook, I'm just going to go over and have a look at those crops and see if there's any movement at all. I think it's probably too early to see, but, you know, we'll find out. There's only one way to find out. So that's at 1%. Oh, the beets are growing now. That's good. The garlic is not growing, but it's at 1% for some reason. Over here, all at 1% as well. So no visible difference at this stage. Nothing to report. Day one. Like I need a clipboard or something and a white coat. Anyway, let me prepare for the night's festivities, see how we're going on with the food side of things, because I need to fix that as well, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, invasion is here. I am not prepared. I was busy making food, and it's illagers and soldiers, and that is not good news. Bye bye. Snow. Lost it. Snow farm. That was not what we wanted. Illagers are not good. As I said, that they didn't do as much damage as I was half expecting them to. So on that side of things, not too bad. One day I'm going to come up here and we are going to explore further north from here, because we've not really done any exploration for a while. But yeah, I'm definitely not going back until the invasion's over. So I'll be here overnight, cowardly in my demeanour, just generally hiding. Still very cold up here, and yeah, not a huge amount about other than a pheasant. So back in a bit. Invasion's over. Now, what I did notice as I was enjoying pot shotting at them from the top is some of the invasion mobs spawned all the way down there, so that could have been very nasty indeed. However, we need to go home. We need to go somewhere else. Any chance if I go home now they'll be gone? That looks hopeful. And what I don't know why is why all my death markers have just reappeared. So we will turn you off, we will turn you off, you off, and you off. Let's just see if there's any more that I've inadvertently left that have come back, but because, you know, I've got a crypt to remind me of the times I died. I don't need markers. I've got a lot of copper markers. Just so many copper markers. Many copper markers. Okay, there we go. Right. So it looks like we are safe. I can go and put my armor away. And I can also get myself a dink. And then we can go and see just how our attempt to steal things up is going. Because, you know, I genuinely think I'm going to want some steel armor or something before much longer, especially if I'm thinking of ever going into that any of those dungeons. I don't think I'm going to do it in the armor I've got for definite. So yeah, that's the thing. Now, unfortunately, when I'm hiding away from here, you don't get the thing. It doesn't. These don't stay loaded, so you don't get to have all the nice things of coming back and finding it's all done. I will take that charcoal with me though, and just need to wait for that. While we're waiting for that, how's my orchard going? Starting to see more leaves appearing on the sides. Point. And really should actually have a go at familiarising some parrots just for, you know, giggles really. Are these all summer bushes? Or late spring? Early summer? Late summer, mainly late spring and summer. So, right, with a bit of luck, that last piece will have done by now, and then we're going to have to go in and do the smelty. Let's get these things going, and let's see if we can't get to a steel anvil this episode, because this has been a lot of episodes coming, and and then next episode we can actually look at doing could have sworn there was a iron bloom in there. 14 of them in there. Woof. And put another one of those in, and let's get this up to the maximum temperature it can get to, and then we'll put the old bellows on it, and we'll see how that goes. And then we're going to need, I've got more than 4. Yes, I have got more than 4. I don't think I need to worry about that for this, because these are going to be steel which has got a really high melting temperature. So what we're going to do is we're going to use pig iron, and we're going to hammer it on the anvil to make it into high carbon steel, and we're going to hammer that on the anvil to make it into steel, and then we're going to weld those on the anvil to make a double ingot, and that will then make us one of those. All good. Just got to wait for this to heat up. Back in a bit. Alright, I've got the first batch melted. I've got the next lot heating. I should hopefully be able to get this up to the point where it will flow. I'm just going to do the 1 for now. Well, actually I'll do 2 because I need to do 2 to make a double ingot. And perfect. Right, you dropped down to solid already, so we're going to pop you on there. We are going to pop you in there. We are going to do you into high carbon steel, and we are no. And then we are going to do you into steel. And then we're going to get this one done. Yes, we got steel. That's good. Let's pop you in there. Let me just run quickly in there and stick you to keep you hot. And then we're going to do the same here. Wow. I assure you that was entirely accidental, and I can't remember what the key combination was there. And then we are going to take that and that. We're going to pop you in there and you in there, and I need a hammer in my offhand, I think it was. No. Like that. You don't weld that often. And that was that. So we've got we've got the first one of the little batch, and now I need to rinse and repeat and get all of that lot through into steel form. So I shall do that and be back once I have 7 of these shiny steel double ingots. Back in a mo. Okay, last one. I'm not going to say that I have got this any not significantly better, shall we say. I've managed to get my process down for these, but yeah, they're still not perfect. I'm sure there is a better way to hammer these ingots, but that seems to work. And then we jump in here, we pop you in there, we shift and bang, and we grab the remaining charcoal out. And with that, we can leave the Iron Age behind, and we can advance firmly into the Steel Age, which we shall. Oh, I'm overburdened a lot there. I'm going to pop that down there. We'll stick you in there, you in there. This we can smelt back down for ingots later. I do need to make some more things, but look at that. Look at that steel. Okay, right, so we have still got a whole load of this hematite powder left to cook up, and we may as well do that because it'd be silly not to. You know, there's 60, that's 6, 12, 6, 12, 16, 17 more ingots there, plus another 14 ingots of iron there, which we will convert to steel. So we have got a lot of steel. Probably enough to make a steel outfit, which, you know, shouldn't be sniffed at, especially not when we've got that. So if I come in and put 660 in there and put 6 of those in, that will do, and then we can continue processing these as we go. I'll just leave those. In fact, I will put these in here to come back and process at a later date. Yeah, we've got that's a huge process. I mean, if we just have a look at an axe, for example, we look at a TerraFirmaCraft wrought iron axe. That has a durability of 2,200. A TerraFirmaCraft steel axe, which is there, has 3,300, a full third better. And then we're going to a black steel axe, it goes to 420, and then blue or red is 6,500. So, you know, significantly better. Invar would be interesting. I'm not entirely sure whether I can even make Invar though. Can make it in there using wrought iron and nickel, but I don't think I've even found nickel yet. So we could make an Invar, and Invar is actually pretty good at 4,500. But most of these, not. Tungsten is pretty good. I'm not entirely sure how I get tungsten. Tungsten scrap. Probably from melting what? Pretty much everything there is something that's made out of tungsten. They make the base tungsten, which is probably from that, which is, no, I have no idea how I make tungsten. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're not on tungsten, we're on steel. Very briefly, let's go over and just, because it's been 2 or 3 days, let's see how these percentage growths are doing and see whether there is any difference in this. 4, 3s, 4, apparently not growing, but it's somehow managed to get to 4, 4 3s, 4. I think this is pretty much, even at this stage, it is evident that the hives make absolutely no difference to a TerraFirmaCraft crop at all. So, well, that is a lesson learned, if nothing else. Take 2 of those. I think those will do me. Yum nom nom nom. And nom 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 nom. That should start pulling my veg levels back up. What I don't have is a lot of fruit right now, and that's something we're going to have to address. We will have it a lot easier once those fruit trees are up and running, but right now, you know, we're just basically stuffed. So next episode, continue with a steel quest, make some steel tools, certainly a steel axe, and maybe, I don't think these are making any difference over here either, to be honest. Maybe, just maybe, we'll be in a position where we've got maybe new armor by next episode. Who knows? But until then, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.